Hey, I'm Jesse Broadwater.
And I'm Chelsea with the Pink Arrow Project.
Join together with us and other passionate archers from all around the globe
in the Taking Aim at Cancer Challenge 2018 to defeat cancer in my lifetime.
This is Greg Poole at Bowjunky Media. I'm here with Darren Christianberry. We're at the 2018 ASA in Augusta, Georgia. Let's take a moment and take a look at our women's pro shoot-down participants.
Kaylee Johnston, Dublin, Georgia.
Christine Harrelson, Chapel Hill, North Carolina.
Pam Hockman, Chambersburg, Pennsylvania.
Cara Kelly, Lapeer, Michigan.
Sharon Wallace, Townville, South Carolina.
All right, everybody, this is Greg Poole at Bowjunky Media. We're here at the 2018 ASA event in Augusta, Georgia. I'm here with my esteemed colleague, Elite Pro Staff Manager Darren Christianberry. Looks like we're lined up for some pretty exciting shoot-downs today, Darren.
If you're an archery fan, stay tuned, because it's going to be good.
There's no doubt about it. So we have a couple new things happening, as some of you will be seeing at some point in this edited content. They have now instituted an ASA shot clock.
A nice big clock.
Yes, absolutely. And because of a little bit of wind today, Mike has it currently set at 1:30, but he can make it 2 minutes if needed, but it will be,
bless you,
in effect.
In effect.
Yes, and so I think that that's a good move. I think that that's, just one thing that continues to legitimize everything we're doing here. So first up here, we have the female pros. We have Sharon Wallace at a 4:16, Cara Kelly, Mamacita at a 4:15, Pam Hockman at a 4:08, and Christine Harrelson and Kaylee Johnston tied at 4:07s. So this is going to be pretty interesting. As we talked about on the pre-cap show, Sharon had that 5 in Paris, so she's going to be looking for a bit of revenge here.
She's looking for redemption. We talked about the wind earlier. It's been up and down, back and forth. It can play a factor. It seems to be more gusty now than steady, so it's going to be interesting to see how all these play out, and we've got some really tight races today.
We absolutely do. I mean, look, this is the female version of King Kong versus Godzilla.
Right.
Sharon and Cara, I mean, this is exactly what it is. Sharon Wallace has been shooting incredibly consistent this year, despite the growing issues that you and I know nothing about of pregnancy.
Right.
Cara Kelly has continued to perform.
She's a beast. Cara's got some serious game, super experienced out here. She's super confident. I expect her to give Sharon all she wants today.
Yes, and it looks like Mike. The wind was a little bit gustier when we were doing the pre-cap show, but here it looks like Mike has already modified that, and we're down to the 1-minute shot clock.
Yeah, we've got 2 ladies calling for wind with umbrellas,
Yes,
and 3 ladies calling for shade. So we'll see how their strategies play out.
That's correct, and we are now official and running. We're down to 51 seconds on the shot clock. This is going to be kind of interesting. This is a little bit downhill, so historically speaking, a little bit of a downhill angle like this, we get a little bit better holding, and shots break a little cleaner.
Yeah, nobody had any trouble with that shot right there. So let's see what kind of scores we got.
All right, here we go. Sharon Wallace, a little bit over the hump there, a 10. So Sharon comes out of the gate with a solid 10 to kind of gauge things here. Now look, they're not used to judging on concrete.
Across the parking lot, exactly.
Yeah. 10. So as you can see from the Vortex yardage graphic there, that is the shortest target of the day, for now anyway. Depends what they do for the 6th target anyhow. $10 for Christine Harrelson.
10 for Pam. This is for Christine here, I believe.
Here we go. 8 for Christine. There you go. Here we go. Kaylee Johnston behind us here, down the path towards the dock.
On what I believe is the longest target.
Yes, and then 10 for Kaylee Johnston. So here the ladies come out firing there, trying to get their bearings. Let's go to the PSC leaderboard and check it out. All right, Darren, here we go. Headed into arrow number 2. That first round there, I think all the women just wanted to kind of get their bearings. A little bit downhill, across some concrete onto the grass. So that first arrow is just really about getting that feeler out there.
Yeah, they should be calibrated. They should have an idea what their numbers are for the rest of these targets. They'll make an adjustment off that first arrow, and we should see some bonus rings come up here pretty soon.
Absolutely. Cara Kelly looking pretty darn steady up there, no doubt about that. You pointed out a good observation there. Some of the women going for shade. The wind died down there, so obviously no real reason for wind, but starting to pick up a little. But with this lake, the way it twists around, it's going to present some interesting. All right, here we go. Christine Harrelson on the longest target of the day with an 8 for Christine Harrelson. Is this Pam Hockman on the Coyote?
Shuffling cards.
He is. 10. All that shuffling for a 10. There you go, Mike Terrell calling them out too. Had to shuffle all them. So here we go. This turkey, the turkey's probably going to be one of the more difficult targets because
I think it is, and it's pretty lengthy. It looks like a pretty long shot.
Yeah, obviously the Vortex 8 there for Cara on the turkey. Obviously, as you can see there from the Vortex yardage graphic, that turkey's not a gimme.
It must have been close. I heard some moaning and groaning in the crowd too.
Absolutely. So here we go. 10 for Sharon Carpenter. Sharon Wallace. I did it again.
Wallace puts her at 436.
Yeah, I think Sharon Wallace is just going to come out here and do what she needs to do until she has to do something. 10. There you go. And a 10 for Kelly. So that's going to basically just kind of keep things running the way they are. Let's check out the PSE leaderboard. All right, here we go, Darren. Arrow number 3 in the Women's Open Pro here at the ASA in Augusta, Georgia. This weekend's coverage brought to you by AAE. So far, just looks like everyone's kind of playing it safe at this point.
Yeah.
But if they're going to make a move and catch Sharon Wallace, they had better get on it.
It's time. Christine shot a couple 8s to start, so her and Kaylee have flip-flopped in 4th and 5th, but nothing's changed for the top 3 places as of yet.
And like I said, I don't think Sharon Wallace is going to be doing anything risky whatsoever. I think she's just going to do what she needs to do.
Cara helped her. Cara shot an 8, so she gave her another 2 points.
10 for Christine Harrelson. I could see Kaylee Johnston starting to hit some rings here.
It's about time for her to go.
Yeah, because she has really nothing to lose.
No.
At all. Shooting center 10s for her is not gonna help. And an 8. That arrow looked pretty good down there for a minute.
It was too.
8 for Kaylee Johnston. Here we go, Sharon Wallace down on the turkey. I'll tell you what, if she gets a bonus ring or even a 10 on this, that's going to be considered a gain.
She's going to be really happy if she does.
Yes, absolutely.
Well,
12 for Sharon Wallace on, in our opinion, the most difficult target of the day.
I think so. Yeah, that's not an easy. There's not much room for error.
Yeah. And a 10. So there she picks up 2 more points. So that's a 4-point pickup there over Cara the last couple targets.
She's extended her lead to 5 in just 3 targets.
Correct. Here we go, Pam Hockman on the deer. Pam with an 8. All right, let's go to the PSE leaderboard and see how it looks. All right, Darren, here we go. This is arrow number 4 in the Women's Open Pro here at the Augusta ASA. This weekend's coverage brought to you by AAE, Arizona Archery Enterprises. So far, so Sharon.
So Sharon, yep. Cara made a little bit of a mistake there and shot an 8 and gave Sharon an extra 2 points, and then Sharon capitalized again, 12, and probably the hardest target out there on that turkey.
No doubt about it. Sharon absolutely is looking to redeem herself after that.
For sure.
After that 5 in Paris, but the 5 in Paris wasn't a horribly misjudged target. That was just simply a shot that broke when she didn't want it to, trying to fish around on a black target with a black background.
It's just archery happened.
It did happen.
Archery happened right there.
She was arching.
Christine's got 20,
All right, Christine Harrelson.
27 seconds here. She's got
She
plenty
does.
of time.
Lots of time. Lots of time. It's good to see the shot clock out there so the archers actually know what they have.
She didn't waste any time getting that out of there.
No, here we go. So Cara Kelly on the deer with an 8. So that's another pickup there for Sharon. So it looks like Sharon's going to.
Cara's helping Sharon's cause.
Yes, she is.
Cara looks dazed.
Here we go. 10 for Sharon Wallace. That's another 2-point bump.
Increasing her lead to 7.
She keeps up this pace for the next arrow. It'll be close to having the 6th one. 10 for Kaylee. Just kind of waiting for somebody in a jet speedboat to come mess with us over here and start
Big
tooling
tidal
around this
wave
lake.
coming in.
You're right. Christine with a 10. So far, Darren, this kind of the story of this shoot down has been Sharon Wallace just hitting the center 10s and Cara Kelly having a couple slip-ups.
Sharon not making any mistakes.
8 for Pam Hockman. So let's go to the PSE leaderboard and see Sharon Wallace opening up her lead. All right, Darren, here we go. This is the 5th and final arrow for a few of them in the Women's Open Pro here at the Augusta ASA. This weekend's coverage brought to you by AAE. I'm joined by Elite Pro Staff Manager Darren Christianberry, who would much rather be preparing to shoot on the pavement than...
One of these days.
It's going to happen, Darren.
One of these days.
I feel it.
Yeah, one of these days.
By the way, folks, we do want to send out a huge congratulations to our good buddy Darren Christianberry on his 48th birthday yesterday.
Thank you very much.
So happy birthday to you, buddy.
Thank you.
So here we go. This is going to be the final arrow for at least 3 of our competitors. And so a little bit of wind popping up right there, but the question is Cara Kelly's kind of laughing down there. So let's see what we got here. Cara Kelly calls up her 12 on the deer. 8. So I'll tell you what, if Sharon Wallace gets a bonus ring on this one, that's going to be a wrap.
It could do it, yes.
Here we go, Pam Hockman.
Sharon will be tickled if she doesn't have to shoot an extra
12 for Pam Hockman. Good for her. Good for her. That moves her to
456.
Yeah, good for her. That's always good to see.
That might get her on the podium.
Yep. Christine Harrelson with an 8.
8 for Christine. 451 for Christine. She will not make the final arrow.
10 for Jaylee Johnston. And here we go. We're down to our leader, Sharon Wallace, depending on what she has down there.
It looks like a good arrow. We can barely see the target, but it looks like it's in a pretty good position.
12 for Sharon Wallace.
And that's going to seal the deal.
That is it. And Sharon Wallace will be your 2018 ASA Augusta Women's Open Pro champion. All right, this is the 2018 Augusta ASA. This is the Women's Pro shot of the shoot down. And it is?
Sharon Wallace's 12 on the 5th and final target of regulation. She 12 that long mule deer. That put her more than 10 points ahead of the field, and that sealed the deal right there without a 6th arrow needing to be shot.
No doubt about it. Sharon had a little bit of a rough patch there in Paris, and she just simply didn't want to have to go to a 6th arrow, and she just made sure that even though a 10 would have, got it,
yes,
she wanted a 12, so there was nothing more.
Hashtag redemption.
everybody, Greg Poole here. We're with your 2018 Augusta ASA Women's Open Pro Champion at Sharon Wallace. Well, look at that.
Feels really good.
So tell us a little bit about coming into the shoot down. You had a little bit of a lead there. Darren and I were over there talking about you and Cara coming into it. Once again, we had to bring up the Paris. We had to bring up the 5 and Revenge. And so you come out here, and she slipped up early, and you seem to take advantage every single time.
Yeah, I just was really judging good today. The shots were going off, and I said if I can just keep doing what I did in the woods today, I'll be good. First shot went off great, and then the 12 the turkey, and I thought, I'm not going back now. I'm just going for it.
Absolutely. So on that last shot there, Darren and I couldn't quite call it, but there was no 6th arrow needed. When you were shooting it at that deer, was that your intent, knowing you had a pretty good lead, or did you just kind of fall into that one?
No, I actually aimed right at it. Put a certain number on it and gunned right at it and went right in.
You're like 5 arrows will be enough.
That'll work.
All right, congratulations.
Thank you so much.
All right.